This is just a quick video on helping animals shed. So with reptiles, sometimes they often struggle shedding their skin, so with snakes particularly. As you can see, this is our raw python tank at home, and they have some live moss in their hides there, and she's got one just up here, but as you can see, even with a moss, sometimes they still struggle to shed the skin. Sometimes this is a case of humidity. If it's not humid enough, they will, hey sweetheart, they will struggle. And in this case, I'm just going to give her a bit of a bath just to help her. So this is lukewarm water. So if you bath in like a bearded dragon or a tortoise, exactly the same kind of temperature. Again, with bearded dragons, sometimes they struggle shedding, and sometimes it's just, if it's been like this for a couple of weeks or you've noticed them, there's one particular patch that they can't get rid of, sometimes it's a nice idea just to help them a little bit by letting them soak. So I'm just going to wet some of the skin. Come on, Sword. Here you go, darling. It's always a good idea to put a towel down as well, because it can get a bit messy. She won't always want to stay in, but it will, and you'll notice, like here, as you start to bath, it will come. Don't force the skin away, you don't want to hurt her. It's more a question of just helping remove it. Sometimes it'll start coming off in like a big piece. It's really important with snakes not to try and take their eye caps off. A lot of people mistake royal pythons particularly for having eye caps on, and it's not, it's just their the patterning of their eyes. If you're ever confused or you think it might have a cap on there, it's always good to either take them to a vet's or take it to like Creepy Creatures or your local pet shop if they have exotics, and they can have a look, because some people have tried poking snakes in the eyes before when it's there's been nothing there. So you can see this bit's coming away a bit easier. I mean, some snakes you will notice them bathing. We've got a children's python as well, and she loves a good soak when she's coming up for a shed. I mean, luckily a lot of snakes just shed in one, but every now and again you just get a couple of patches, and sometimes it's just a bit easier just to help them, because it can't be comfortable, I always think. Just remove any bits. If you've got a particular snake that's really grumpy when they're shedding, then maybe just leave it alone and try and increase the humidity. With a lot of reptiles as well, you can give them a shed box. So like with smaller reptiles like geckos, leopard geckos, crested geckos, if you give them like you can put some live moss underneath the hide, or you can actually create like a little shed box and do it that way. Or you can take them out as well. So like if you've noticed them coming up for a shed, particularly with geckos with like really small toes, it's really worthwhile checking the shed around the toes, because sometimes if a bit gets stuck they can lose the toes. Ends of tails as well is a real hot spot for shed getting stuck. So it's not taking long, as you can see, just to get, and it's not bothering her. Like I said, don't force the skin. If there's any bits that are like stuck, just leave it or soak it a bit longer. Don't try and pull it off. This is literally just easing away. I mean, generally, if you did leave it on there, it would probably come off by itself. Especially if you increase the humidity. You can do that if you want to increase the humidity. You can either, if you've got like substrate in, so in our tank at the moment we've got, it's a mixture of plantation soil and beech chip, and that will take being sprayed. If you've got like a corn snake, for instance, and aspen bedding, you can't spray that because it'll go mouldy, and you don't want to give your snakes respiratory. That's a thing to watch as well. If you are spraying snakes, you don't sometimes want to do it too much, because it can cause them to get respiratory problems if it's like quite damp a lot. So it's better to stick to one side of the tank, have one area that's quite wet and humid and have another area that's a bit drier. So they do have quite a large water dish in there. But I've decided not to use that, haven't you, sweetie? Yeah. So around the face, you're not going to like this. But if you just try and wet it a little bit. And you can see, so she's not actually got any caps left on her eyes. So she's okay. You would be able to tell usually. It'll look quite dry across her eyes. There's not really that much left now. But yeah, it was mainly I was doing this and I thought I'd film it and then see if it was helpful for anybody. Sometimes we get people down at the shop that's, you know, the snakes have come in or that they have trouble sometimes shedding. Sometimes it's useful. Again, like I was saying, if you want to increase humidity as well, but you've got a snake that's in a drier area like a corn snake or, you know, something that's on aspen bedding or beech chip, you can put a larger water dish in there and sometimes they will soak it off by themselves. But sometimes just a little extra help is all that's needed. So I'm just going to finish around her head, but I think that's a two-handed job. So if you found this video helpful at all, please like it, and if you'd like to see do any more videos, just comment below. Thank you.